Hello YouTube, it is Kay McCoy. I know it has been quite some time since I've made a video for my author channel, so allow me to change that with a author tag. My first question is, what's your favorite place to write? My favorite place to write is somewhere quiet. Mostly I write at home. That's where I typically write, although the weather is getting really nice now, so I have started back carrying my little memo pad and a pen, and I found myself last week writing outside at a park. So as long as it's somewhere quiet, I'm pretty cool with writing. But it's funny because I say I like somewhere where it's quiet, but then sometimes I like to listen to music when I write, so we'll see. Second question, coffee or tea? I don't like coffee, so definitely tea. I prefer peppermint tea above all other teas, and it's just great. I love tea hot, I love tea cold, but I especially love hot tea. Hot peppermint tea is very good. Question 3. Favorite book of all time? Oof. That's a hard question to answer. My favorite book of all time, I haven't read it yet. I haven't read my favorite book of all time. I have a few very outstanding contenders, but favorite book of all time. Favorite book of all time. That's a tall order. I can't commit to one book right now. NaNoWriMo, yes or no? Yes, 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 and yes. I started doing NaNoWriMo, I want to say 3 years ago, and I love it. I love the outpour of support that you get from fellow writers / authors, and I just love the energy and the vibe of that whole month of November where it's gotta get the words, gotta write, and just the excitement in the air about creating stories. It's beautiful. So I love NaNoWriMo. Question number 5. Genre you would write if you had no restrictions? Hands down, sci-fi. I am low-key a sci-fi geek, if you will. So I've always been intrigued and I've always been in love with things sci-fi. I like the idea of creating worlds and alternate universes and all of that timey-wimey, spacey things. I absolutely adore it. And if there were no restrictions, I would definitely give sci-fi a try. Although I do think that writing sci-fi, there are no restrictions, but once you start creating your own world and continuity gets involved, you have to stick with that, and that's where it gets tricky. So that's why I say sci-fi if there were no restrictions to that writing. Number 6. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? You know, I've been asked this question before, and my answer changes all the time. So today, I will say that if I had any superpower, my superpower would be, can I do a hybrid superpower? Like healing versus time travel. Basically, I don't want to do any harm, but I want to make sure that no harm really comes to me. So I would love something where I can heal myself, not necessarily give myself super strength or like really quick reflexes or anything that makes me fast, but something that would heal me but also would allow me to travel through time. So that would be one impressive superpower. Okay, number 7. Favorite author. I always say Maya Angelou because Maya Angelou was one of the first authors that I fell in love with, and she convinced me that as a black girl I can do anything, I can persevere, and I can be flawed and still be fine. And so I always say Maya Angelou. But I have quite a few friends that are also authors, and I've been reading their stories recently, so yeah, some of them are very much so, they're becoming I'm creating a list, if you will, of favorite authors, but I would have to stick with Maya Angelou for now. Maya Angelou is still hands down my absolute favorite author, my absolute favorite poet, just activist. She's my all-time fave. Okay. Number 8. What kind of music do you listen to when you write? Right now, I am living for chill hop, lo-fi hip hop. So if I had to choose, I would say lo-fi. I love lo-fi chill music. That's what I listen to most. And typically when I'm writing, I have YouTube in the background. So I have a whole set list of different YouTube channels that provide me with endless streams of lo-fi chill music. So that's a plus. Okay. Number 9. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? See, this is the thing. I look at the world as my home. So I feel that, with an exception to the rule, I can possibly live anywhere. And so this is kind of difficult, but let's see. So far, I have lived in the United States, obviously. I've lived in Mexico. I've spent a brief time in Thailand, and I am currently living in South Korea. So if I could live anywhere, Malaysia sounds really nice. I think Malaysia would be beautiful. Or, Italy or Ireland. Okay, so those are my top 3. Malaysia, Italy, Ireland. I want to live somewhere there in those 3. Okay, final question. What do you do when you get writer's block? I cry. Okay, depending on my deadline between myself and my editor, I have to take a break. And not just from writing. I basically unplug social media. So no YouTube, no Facebook, no Instagram, nothing for at least 8 to 12 hours. Just absolutely no social media, because I feel that that's usually the culprit behind my writer's block. No music even for a couple of hours, sometimes days. And I just sit alone with my thoughts. And I know that is terrifying for some people, but for me, I find it to be very therapeutic to really get to figure out what's going on and what it is that I can't write. Maybe I've written myself into a corner and I need to go back and look at my story, but I don't know unless I take that time to sit quietly by myself and figure it out. One other thing that I do when I have writer's block, it's one of the most healthiest things you can do. I go for a walk. I usually go for maybe a 3K to 5K walk, and I don't have a clear direction in mind, just walking, and that's it. And I just let my mind wander, and then once I have a thought that jumpstarts my creative energy and it just snaps those neurons back together, I quickly find somewhere to sit and I start writing. Or while I'm walking, I'll give myself a prompt. I'll give myself a small little challenge, and hopefully that will jumpstart my creativity so that I can get back into writing. So again, I am tagging anyone watching this to go ahead and complete your 10 questions for the author's tag. I will be sure to post my questions that I answered down below, and I am looking forward to getting to know you all. And I am also looking forward to introducing you all to my writing, starting with my first novelette, Magic. And it is on the way very soon. I will be sure to start posting more teasers. If you want more up-to-date information, please follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because that's where I'm the most active, if you will. And if you would like to join the Story Station, I will be sure to post that link down below as well. When you join, you get a free excerpt as well as a curated playlist by yours truly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Continue reading, continue writing, continue loving the process. I'll see you all soon. Bye!